I've got a lot to signal. Someone's sneaking around.
Hey boys and girls, it's KnightStalker here. Welcome along today to Frontier Camp Siege. Check it out. I hardly ever get this map, like virtually never. I just don't see it. From what I understand, it's a little bit more common on my games than it is on Frontier, and I think that's just to do with the broad geographic location and the individual servers having less people. So these maps tend to be really unbalanced, these 8 versus 8, like really unbalanced. And they also tend to favour very heavy units because each unit's individual impact being high has a much greater effect on the battle, in my opinion. So let's have a look here. We've got 3 range classes on our side, 2 on the enemy. And range classes are not ideal in these small maps because they can't sort of hide behind their friends a lot more. But that's just my experience. Hey, if you've got a different experience or a different opinion on that, please tell me in the comments below here. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to look for the ram if we can, because we've got the Martellalori out. It tends to be a bit of a run for the ram on these, and I think Mr. Poleaxe has got it already. He has. So, what are we going to do here? Let's take the Martellalori and use them to help climb a wall. We'll just use them as meat shields for getting up here. Let's go. What else? We got more meat shields? Great. More meat shields is good meat shields. And immediately we found someone who's not paying attention. So let's do some horrible things to him. Slap, slap, slap. Kasplat. Splat. Right, well, that was fine. That's good so far. I'll just feed my Martellalori into these guys to give them something to attack while the heroes are pounding on the unit itself. So that unit should have been immediately retreated. Don't know how high a level that musket player was, but no, I'm dead. I should have used the small zoomed in map for this type of map. I couldn't see him coming. Never mind, good kill to that spear player. That's exactly what spear players should be doing, and it was a perfect execution. Unfortunately, I am allergic to being stabbed. So, what's the next plan? What have we got our friends doing? I don't like this in the smaller maps. I think it's much more important to be up close and doing some stuff, you know, whatever that stuff is. But hanging around at the back with a ballista is really not it. We'll take the big boys, because I can see everyone on the map is gathering in the gate, and a well-timed Reaper charge into a massive enemies is going to be quite devastating. I think that is my plan, and I'm at least trying to stick to it. So let's see how we do. What do we got here? Tercios. Gunners tend to be better in these smaller ones. Ranged units are okay in small amounts in these, but if you've got 2 or even 3 ranged units on your team, you are going to do very, very badly indeed. It very much favours melee units, these smaller maps. For the most part, right? There are exceptions, yes. I'm sure there'll be a dozen people at least disagreeing with that. Everyone's always got an opinion, especially when I make mistakes, you know? God forbid I be human and make mistakes as well. Alright, these archers, when they stop, I'm expecting them to stop and fire for a bit, so we'll try that. And is it Reaper time yet? It is Reaper time. Unfortunately, that archer player is paying... Oh, what's going on? Paying attention really well. So let's charge in. If we miss one, we'll get the other. And there we go, the Reapers are split across 2 units, perfect. And we will just absolutely carve through the Grandpas. Grandpas will beat Reapers, generally, unless they are engaged, otherwise locked up, or they're on a funny angle, something like that. But front to front, the Grandpas tend to beat the Reapers, or at least do so much damage that it's well worthwhile for them. These guys are getting too aggressive, but we'll go Reaper on, some little Reaper on Reaper action, eh? Oh, Grandpa Garrison in the flank. I was going to go around them and hit them in the back, because hitting in the back takes them out of their formation if they're not standing firm. And, oh man, they killed half my Reapers, just to prove my point, right? Just to prove my point. You know, they won't always beat them, but they do some serious damage to Reapers. What's this guy up to? Oh. Looking at the map, what are our team doing? I think we might swing to B, eh? We might swing around to the B point. Never thought I would enjoy the Iron Reapers so much. When I first started the game, they were the unit that I really wanted to get, you know? At the time, they were very, very powerful, and they got nerfed while I was on the way up the tech tree to them. What's going on here? Get off your horse, sir. Never forget that longswords can dismount you. That's the thing that you should remember. Stay back, Reapy boys, and we'll try and get a charge out once you're healed up a bit. So your Reapers were the one I always wanted to go for, and they got nerfed so heavily that they just became utterly useless. And again, now I didn't think I would enjoy them, you know. I really wanted to, but I didn't think I would. But they're now strong enough, you know. They're not Modau level brutal, but they're strong enough to make them worth their points. Nice, nice. That was not a great treb. Not a great treb. That could have gone very badly. Blew up my last Reaper. Thanks, friend. It's fine. You know, he didn't have a wife and kids or anything. You know? So, we've now got at least 2 heroes that are running out of units. So we have to take the supply point. I don't like that treb either. It's not going to connect. But what we might do is use it as cover while they're busy and come around the side here. Now see these Namcans? We'll just beat the devil out of them. Like Bob Ross says, we'll just beat the devil out of it. And these things are the devil. I just like that they're... It was zigzag away from the short bow. Whoops. Zagged when we should have zigged. And we have to break through here and take the supply point, or we're going to lose a minute and a half while everyone goes back to the outside supply point. Ow, that hurts. Ow, ow, ow. Longbows. Longbows are a terrible unit. They really are. Their DPS is so bad. Oh, so many people say, oh, but they got the range. They can hunt archers. They're a terrible unit. Actually, we'll just go capturing finals, so we go do that. Honestly, longbows are terrible. They don't do enough damage. I might do a video, actually, to show how little damage they really do in comparison to others. The specialisation against other archers is just not enough. And it looks like we're going to take it. Simple as that. It must be about a 6-minute game, is it? 6.5. Not too bad. Nearly 40 grandpas. Oh, mooncake event, I guess. So we only got the Iron Reapers out. Nobody else really took part, and it's a pretty mediocre battle. But you know what? We don't see this map very often, so I'm going to go ahead and publish this, and I hope that you learned something new, or you just enjoyed the battle, because I really feel like we don't see enough of this map for people to be able to adjust to the play. Thanks so much for coming to my channel.